The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They're
Snags it down the right side. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Auburn going to work with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bishop. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia State. Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already converted a fourth down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Motion from the offense. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage?
open runway ahead. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to throw on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
Auburn, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out.
Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Hand off from the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He looks that one in nicely. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Getting some heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia State! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from the defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got it looking for a first. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Quarterback checking the play. Fast motion from the offense. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the pass. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll throw it on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Calls his own number. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
No gain on the play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are...
This nigga, man. It don't make no fucking sense.
Convert. The defense
Why are you going
knows
for
it's
it?
going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The offense will stay out there to go for it on 4th down again. They're 3 for 4 so far in this one. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver.
You do a sweep?
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised, you definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, guys.
Going up top on first down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to... And it's loose! And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Oh, look out on the right! Touchdown, Panther! The ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup, found a little something on this drive, see if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
Breaks the tackle. At midfield, he's got room. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge...
Going over the top. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes a catch down the right side. Touchdown, Auburn! What a catch and run for 6.
Man, what a great way to end the first half.
That's how you know this game is fucking terrible.
A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot, but here's the deal.
I back everybody off in coverage. Play over the top and guess pass.
Play good the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And the extra point is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Now the pitch. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Of course they call holding.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got it past the marker. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target.
Touchdown, Panthers. And the punishment has been extended. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kick coverage team was ready in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take the knee in the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
It's complete to the right. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways and try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Down here on the goal line, the tight end lines up inside. Defense was ready. Had him double covered, and it falls incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more.
You getting your hair done too?
Quick work on that scoring drive.
You doing your own?
4 plays.
How you feeling?
And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Almost ready to kick it away
some more
after
tea?
scoring the touchdown.
Maybe.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a
Cough
touchback.
drop.
They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 4...
A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Discards a man. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia State 63, Auburn 35.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Keeps the legs moving. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is...
Touchdown, Panthers! And the route is on. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, the ground game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Auburn.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking for his man in the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it. You get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good.
Touchdown, Georgia State! And the beatdown has ensued. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. Oh, the quick spin move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. He unleashes a long one. And the DB right with him to knock it away. No huddle here for the offense.
They're trailing this much in the fourth quarter. The offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
With jet sweep pass. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The aerial assault continues. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Here's the return from inside the 25. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it.
Gonna take a shot. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll test the right side. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Panthers.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snags it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now on the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. Nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll start this drive firing. Coming after it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On second down, looking to throw. Buying some time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he steps out of bounds after getting the pick, and this one is in the books. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great